What is up? What's good and what's cracking, good people of YouTube land? It's your boy Gates McCoy. This is next up on my retro gaming store buys and finds. I don't know what number it is, something like 47, 48, something like that. I do a lot of videos. Your boy's been MIA a little bit. I've been working a lot, family life, other things. That's just the way it is. That's life for you. You can't always dedicate yourself to gaming and doing videos. But I'm back at it again. I got a new editor that I'm using to do my videos, intros, splicing, scene fades, and all that stuff. So you might not see an intro or an outro on this video, but that's the way it is as I figure out how to use the new editing software. And on top of that, your boy had the Gates McCoy TV t-shirt made. Brand myself, I believe in myself, so I had to have myself a dope ass red t-shirt made. Alright, now to get into it, if you guys watch my videos, you know that I usually set the games up and I explain how I bought them or where I bought them and kind of roughly how much they were if I can remember the price. I decided to be a little bit more personal this time and do it this way, so let's just get started. I got the games over here, that's why I keep looking in this direction, and let's just get into it. I will grab games at random. First up, Skate or Die for the regular Nintendo. Dope ass game. I remember playing Skate or Die back in the day. This would have been one of the earlier games I remember actually playing on the Nintendo, along with games like California Games, Bad Dudes, a lot of the earlier releases, Ninja Gaiden and all that. So Skate or Die. How much was this? I don't know. I think this game, I usually don't spend a lot. If I can't get it for a good deal, I usually won't buy it. I think this was roughly like a $5 game or something like that, or a couple bucks. $5 or less for the Skate or Die game there. We'll throw that up over there, move that. We will grab another random game here. We got Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Jam. This game would have came out during the NBA Jams days and a lot of that Showdown, NBA Showdown, and a lot of the arcade kind of play style basketball games. So I think this was Charles Barkley's spin on that or take on that. But I have not played this. I played the NBA Jam. I played a lot of the other ones, a lot of the arcade classics. But I do not remember playing Charles Barkley's Shut Up and Jam for the Super Nintendo. I'm going to have to check that out. Let's set this down back here, because that's how I feel. We'll grab another Super Nintendo game. Oh, here we go. Huh. This is for a lot of the guys my age that are a little bit older. We got Ren and Stimpy, Vidiots for the Super Nintendo. I own all the Ren and Stimpy games. I have two. I believe I got two on the Sega Genesis. And then I have this one right here. And I believe that leaves one more, which is, I think it's something about like a time machine. Or Lost in Time. Ren and Stimpy Lost in Time. Something Time Warp, I think it is. Actually, I think it's Time Warp. Time Warp is the only one I'm missing. But Ren and Stimpy Vidiots was one of the other titles I was missing. I didn't really care if it was on the Sega Genesis or the Super Nintendo, as long as I got myself a copy. This game here was, this one had a price tag. This one was about $10 because I remember it being the only one in the case, and I remember we were about to walk out and I didn't really want or need anything, and then I seen this in the case for $10, so I grabbed it. But Ren and Stimpy was an old school, I'd say early 90s cartoon, very abstract, over the top. That little fat bastard used to eat kitty litter and Ren would always yell at him. He used to have like a pet log and shit. Ren and Stimpy was tripped the fuck out. Anyways, cool game. Check it out. If you guys like the Beavis and Butthead series and like the Simpsons and stuff like that, Ren and Stimpy plays the same. Pretty cool, over-the-top arcade style. Smash them up. Ha! This game right here, every true Nintendo fan has played a few cult classics, and if you have a Nintendo collection, you're going to want to add this to your collection, and it is Smash TV for the regular NES Nintendo Classic Throwback Whip. Smash TV was awesome. There was another game called Remote Control. There was Smash TV. It kind of had a game show over the head kind of view, looking down on the characters, and you were these little dudes kind of walking around, and enemies and whatnot would come out, and it's kind of like a tournament arena style, like futuristic, every man for themselves type brawl type game. But pretty cool. Smash TV is one to definitely add to your collection if you do not own it. This game does not cost much. This game right here is literally only a couple bucks to $5. You won't go broke trying to buy it, and you will have fun trying to play it. Let me throw this back here. What do we got? Next up, and I'll save the best for last, because the last one I didn't realize I had in my collection, but now I do. This game here. This game was one of the games that were on my list that I was looking for Super Nintendos. On my phone, in my quick demos, I'll make a top 10 or top 20 list of games that I'm still looking for. As I buy them, I'll erase them off my phone and add new games to the list. This game was at the top of my list for a good little while. At least it was in the top 3. Super Punch-Out for the Super Nintendo. The continuation of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out in my mind. That's pretty much where this game even stemmed from. Same, still fighting in front of them, dipping to the side type playstyle. This game was sitting in the Retro Throwback Gaming store for 20 bucks, and I came in early in the week, and I was probably short by a couple bucks. So I said, I'll just buy a few things, and I'll come back and I'll go get it. About a week later, this game was still sitting in there, the only copy. So I had to grab it for $20, having it be in my top 3 and not having it in my collection yet. And it's in good condition. If you check the case out and the label, it's pretty crispy clean. The label does not look like a replacement. You can see that the gap around the bottom and the top is pretty much how it'd be from factory. There's scratches and wear and tear. It's just in really good condition. The case isn't pretty much tattered. No kid was rubbing it across the carpet or chewing on it like some little window licker. But overall, Punch-Out is a good one to have. $20. How could you not want this in your collection? I mean, you'd have to be certified crazy not to have this in your collection. And then last but not least, we have a Sega Genesis game that I didn't realize was in my collection, or I didn't realize I didn't put in any of my videos. And this is pretty much a classic, or instant classic on the Sega Genesis, and that is Rocket Knight Adventures for the mother-loving Sega Genesis. This game, by far, kicked ass. It had really good playability, side-scrolling arcade style, really good controls and graphics. It wasn't stiff, it wasn't clunky and glitchy. It played really well. It actually offered a lot of playability. When in these days, mind you, you guys are used to your saves and you continue using on these next-gen graphics. But when you got a game that had really good controls and graphics like this did, like the Sonics and Super Marios, Rocket Knight Adventures is definitely one to add to the collection and add amongst the upper echelon characters like Sonic and Mario, as I fumble over my words. Yeah, but like I said, I didn't add this in any of my videos. I had this in my collection. There's still other games I have in my collection I never put in a video, so I don't even realize I got. I have so much stuff, it's not even funny. And then between my GameStop dumpster diving videos and my retro gaming store buys and finds and all the other stuff I do, I might as well just start my own resale shop. But overall, we got 6 games up on my retro gaming store buys and finds. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what you've seen. Hopefully you enjoyed the one-on-one and a little bit of a breakdown what I've been doing. The Gates McCoy TV merchandise and all that. Until next time, later people.